Hi, I'm John from Just Whiskey. If you like today's show, please click like and subscribe and tap the little bell to be notified of future videos. And I would appreciate it if you consider becoming a Patreon with the link in the description below. So today, instead of Just Whiskey, it's going to be Just Rum and the Privateer rum from the distillery in Essex, Massachusetts. We talk a little bit about the history of Privateer. Privateer started in 2011 in Ipswich, Massachusetts by a man named Andrew Cabot. And his family goes back 8 generations to the American Revolution in the 1700s, where the original Andrew Cabot was a privateer. And what is a privateer, you ask? Well, a privateer were individuals commissioned by the United States government to be unofficial pirates in a way. And they had full reign to attack enemy ships and to rob and pillage and attack. And Andrew Cabot had a fleet of 25 ships during the American Revolution, and they were called privateers. And that was the beginning of the United States Navy, which inspired one of the names of the privateer rums, which you'll find commonly on shelves, called Navy Yard. And also they were inspired by True American, also is part of the privateer branding. So it started in 2011 with Andrew Cabot, and then in 2012 a woman by the name of Maggie Campbell came on board, and she became one of the master distillers and president of Privateer Rum. This video is April of 2021, and a while back, my understanding is Maggie Campbell parted ways with Privateer. Although I do think she still has or maintains an interest in the company, because a couple of weeks ago I saw her on an interview with the Whisky Exchange, and they agreed not to talk about any of the details of her departure. So has a great reputation of making quality product. And what Privateer is very proud of is that they do everything themselves in-house. They distill it, they ferment it, they mature it, and they hand bottle it, all on site. Their rum is derived from grade A molasses, which is derived from sugarcane, and their source is from a source in Guatemala, a small family operation, a brother and sister down there grow and produce the sugarcane into the grade A molasses, and then it gets shipped up to here. Privateer adds no additives, no flavorings, no coloring. They don't filter it. It's a very high quality product, and it is double distilled, and they use both pot stills and column stills. Some of the common ones you'll find on shelves are the Navy Yard, the Queen's Share, the New England Reserve, and they also make a white rum. Their white rum obviously isn't aged, although for 2 or 3 months they do let it settle in stainless steel vats for it to settle down before they bottle that. And they use mostly ex-bourbon barrels sourced from Kentucky, but they do use, on occasion, a variety of other type of casks. And they have even used some from Lafroig. So let's talk about this one here. What they do a couple of times a year, they release what they call Distiller's Draw, which they cherry pick casks that they feel are outstanding and unique. And they assign a pretty cool name to each one of them. And right now, since they have started in 2011 to 2012, I think they're up to about 120 different Distiller Drawer releases. And this particular one is release number 108, and it's called New England Rum Lot number 1. And this lot number 1 is a cask strength release with a total of 1,675 bottles. But most of the Distiller Drawers are single casks. So we're only talking around 200 bottles or less, or a little bit more than 200 bottles. And each distiller drawer is signed by the head distiller who distilled the particular rum. In this case, this one here is distilled by Maggie Campbell with her signature on the label. And this one comes in at 53.9%. On the nose, beautiful, beautiful nose. Not as pronounced as maybe Foursquare or Mount Gay or some other rums. But a nice, delicate, little bit of pencil shavings. You pick up vanilla, brown sugar, little maple, that molasses. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rum. There's no acetone scent on the nose. You're not tasting that acetone as I do in Foursquare. I find it very pronounced on the nose and a little bit on the palate. And even on something like Mount Gay, I notice that acetone. This one here is aged for, how long? This one here is aged a little over 2 years, this particular one. Most of their releases, besides the white rum, you'll find their age anywhere between 2 to 5 years. That's usually what most of their releases are. And they have some really cool names. Some of them, one's called Seance, one's called Sea Witch, Sea Glass, Son of Wolf. A lot of cool nautical or New England themed, historical inspired names for their different distiller drawer releases. Just a beautiful, a nice light sweetness on it. I've heard Maggie Campbell describe their rums as dry. I don't find them overly dry, nor are they syrupy sweet by any means either. Very pleasant. A nice, subtle, long, lingering finish. Absolutely delicious, dangerously delicious. I would easily rate this between a 90 and 92. You can tell it's really, really high quality. So I think that about covers it. They have made an arrangement with a new distributor, And they are going to be able to now distribute privateer rum into 18 different states and 5 countries worldwide. So they're really trying to put their product out there and still maintain their quality, which I'm sure they will. So thank you for watching, and appreciate it if you would click like and subscribe, and consider becoming a Patreon with the description and the link below. And remember, no matter how good it is or how much it costs, it's just rum, folks. But let's talk about the cost, which I forgot to mention. This particular bottle retailed for about $70. Most of their range anywhere from $40 to $85, depending on what you get. The closer it gets to the 5-year maturation, you're talking probably closer to the $70 to $80 to $85 range. So that is their price range on that, and that will do it for today. So hats off to you all, and take care.